Everyone, this is Cowboy here, and today we'll be using the Shelby GT500, and we'll be going through gears in my part 2 episode of how to tune a car. Okay, so right now we'll just run a base run with stock gearing, okay, and we'll just see what happens, I guess, how long it takes to get from one end of the straightaway on Benchmark Speedway to the other, and just overall characteristics. Okay. So I'll be doing the same thing for every run. I'll just pin the gas, see how long the burnouts last. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Already at 90 miles an hour. $130. Okay, so they go 135. I didn't quite catch that. I'll have to go through and look at the video again after this is done. What I got there. Okay, so now we'll go and put it all the way to acceleration. Then we'll try it again and go. But you go through the gears a lot quicker. Like, I'm already topping out at 98 miles an hour, and I'm like not even halfway down. Oh, 99. And see if we can see where the burnout. So we'll put that all the way to speed, and that will only give me 4 gears. As you see on the graph on the right side, that has 4 lines. That's your gears. And it should give me pretty decent top end, because the end of your final gear is right, basically touching both the far side on the graph and the red line. So that's what you want, really, to get the most out of your gears. So we'll go to this line up here. Okay, we'll try again now. Wow, burnouts really don't lie. So. But not doing too bad though. I'm at 118, 19, 20, 130, 138 by the time I cross that shadow. Back up a little bit there. Okay, so all in all, for final drive, putting the final drive all the way to speed will give you more speed in the end, but you can tune your car better to get more speed than that. I'll show you that in a minute. And putting your car all the way to acceleration, your car is going to get up to speed really quick, but it won't have amazing top speed. And then if you go all the way to the extreme, your car will probably spin its tires more than it is driving. Some people may want that, but I can tune a car. I will show you how to do the rest of the gearing more in depth. Okay. So put that back to stock. I believe it was 330. And then to tune the rest of the gears, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, what I like to do is I'll go all the way to sixth gear, and I'll drop it down to the second or third line below the red line. So I'll like just a little bit past that actually. So I'll put sixth there, then I'll put fifth just a little bit above the red line. Right about there. Then I put fourth a little bit above that. And so on. Third, looks like it could go right about there. Second goes right about there. First, I'm going to drop it all the way down to the fourth line below, or third line below, my bad. And then to get the most out of those gears, I'll tune the final drive to the acceleration, where sixth gear is kind of touching both edges of the graph on the far side, right about there. And that normally does pretty good for me. I can use this gearing setup for my race cars, drift cars, not so much my drag cars, because, I don't know, it just doesn't work too well. I guess drag cars don't really like to shift. You lose speed when you shift, I guess. I don't know. So we'll try this now. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so not bad. You know, when you are tuning your gearing, you want your gears to look like on the graph. You want them to be a perfect curve. And that was 137, I think. I was too busy talking. But yeah, your gearing, you want it, well, that's a really shitty curve, but you want your gears to be more or less in a curve kind of look to them. It doesn't look too bad up until about fourth gear or fifth gear is when it starts to go bad, but you get the idea though. Anyways, so top speed, exactly that, top speed, not so good acceleration, although with the GTO 500, because it has so much more torque, it doesn't really matter. Then acceleration, and see there, the curve's not too bad. Acceleration, again, exactly that, all acceleration, no top speed. And then when you use all your gears together, it works out good. You get the best of both worlds, really. I remember back in Forza 2, I had a 98 Supra that could go faster than the R1s, which really doesn't say much because you can tune the cars to your heart's desire, and really, yeah, doesn't matter. Forget that. yeah, you get the idea. It's a Cowboy 1894 one, and stay tuned for part 3, alignment, and I'll be on my way now. Talk to you later, guys.